So this is take 3. This is LaDonna with chalk. See, now I'm like all. Happy-go-Lowery. This is doing chalk couture. We'll see if we can find ourselves yet, because it is not showing that I am live. And I would kind of like to know if I am live or not. Ew. And no one has made a comment, so I'm thinking I might not be showing up live yet. Finally, I think finally. So let's get this edited. Let's get this going here. So we can, oops. This is holiday decor. It would really help if I could spell. So we're going to do our chalk transfer of, I think this is called Silent Night. I don't know. On a lumbar pillow case. Oops. Do you use holiday, man, I can't spell today, decor throughout your home? It'd be curious to see. I used to do like a ton of different decorating and stuff. So I'm just kind of curious what some of you do. When it comes to this. So, hey Kim, pillowcases, yes. No, I do not live in Minnesota. No, not Minnesota. Not the Minnesota. I am not a Vikings fan at all. No. So, yeah, I was waiting for my other stuff to come. It says that it's en route, but I haven't seen it. And I'm like, you know what? It's getting late and I'm done with cleaning. So, I think this one is called Silent Night. I really can't remember, but I am going to do this onto the pillowcase. So this is what we are going to do. This is called chalk couture. It is a silk screen transfer that you can take, hey Tammy, and you can, well sure, now it showed all the different times that I was trying to go live, but it never showed me. That you can use this as a reusable transfer. You can use it on windows, plastic, glass, material, canvases. There's so many different things that you can use this on. So we're going to put it on a pillowcase. So I'm curious, how many of you do home decor throughout your home house, or do you just do like your tree? Drop it in the comments. If you do your whole house, do whole. If you only do your tree, just type tree or drop the tree emoji, because I am just quite curious what you guys do. So I'm just going to share this out to a few people and then we can get this show on the road, because I was trying for quite some time to get this to show up and it was not doing. So I just want to send this out to a few friends who are maybe not interested in watching the games. My game does not start until 7:30 tonight, so that is why we're going to do it now. So Kim says she does the living room, dining room, and the kitchen, and downstairs in the bathroom. I actually chalked my dishwasher. So as you can see on this one, I'll show you on this one. This one is the same as what I'm doing, and this one is called our lumbar. So what I did was I dyed this in navy blue, and you can leave it in there longer, shorter, but this matches my living room other pillows, so that is why we are doing that. We're going to take a ink sticky mat and we're going to put it in here, and what is that right here? Smooth this down. So now when you do on fabric, you do not have to fuzz this. See, and I like chalk because you can make it to your colors. Most of the time, what do you see? Hey, Cindy, you see so much stuff in, like, you know, Christmas colors. Well, I love Christmas, but I don't want everything to be red and green. Sorry, I got a little hair somewhere. Sometimes the hair gets caught in my glasses. So, this really won't take that long to do. I am going to do, I think, 3 colors. We're going to do some glow in the dark. Imagine that. We're going to do white. This is ink, y'all. We're going to do ink. And then this is the shimmer copper. I got to make sure I grab the right shimmer copper. It was showing up for you before. It wasn't showing for me at all. And I was like, well, what the hey? Oh, and I don't have no tray. So let me grab a tray real quick. So Chalk has these little trays in our back office. I am doing ink, and I don't want to accidentally get ink on my Packer shirt. So we're going to throw this on. They're so long on me. I have to, like, look how much I have to fold up. Just so that it's not so big on me. It's not so long, because they are so long on me. So we're just gonna do just a quick little tie back there. Not even doing a good one, right? So, oh, I think we might do some green too. I'm not sure. But we're gonna do Santa sled and his reindeer. We're gonna do those in copper. Of course, any of the stars and moon we'll do in the glow in the dark. The trees all down here, we have some green ink, and then we'll do the houses, I think, in the copper. So you just want to make sure you have no air bubbles. Now I have a piece of cardboard in here as well, just because my ink mat does not fit all the way. So it's going to give me some bumpier areas, and I might have to do a little switcheroo in why I'm trying to chalk those areas. So I think for right now, I'm going to take this out so that I can get all the way over here to the trees. And then I will put this back in when I do the trees. That's just what I'll do. I'll put this on top here so I don't forget. That way it'll give me a smoother texture for doing a lot of these. So you do this the same way that you do the paste. Same way. This should be quick and easy. It is 4:18 here my time. The Detroit Lions are playing, I think, Buffalo Bills. And they are actually doing, the Lions are not doing real well right now, is what I heard. They can just not do real well, and I'd be happy. So we're just gonna plop a little bit of this color on here. And you could do this all in one color. You could do this all in white if you would like. Cindy, do you decorate all areas of your home, or do you just do your tree? And when you do fabric, textiles, you want to make sure that you are not going back and forth over your design, and you try and go in one direction and one direction only. It'll give you a cleaner design. So I gotta get his little leg down here. Ink does take longer to dry, so you got a little bit of work time in there, but you can still clean up all that extra ink. Don't skimp when you do this. You want to make sure that you have your design covered, and when you pull your ink away, you should be able to see your design. So we're going to go down here and we're going to come do the houses. Is everyone done with their shopping? Hey, Tracy. Just want to take a little of that extra off. I'm trying to stay away from the snowbanks. That's funny, this year outside, all I did was I put my big candy canes up. I actually have, I don't know how to say your name, White. So I don't know if you are a Mr. or Mrs. White, Miss White. So sorry. Kim says she's not done shopping. Tracy is a last minute shopper. Celine. So, well, shout out to Celine. It's funny because only YouTube people ever want shout outs. They always are like, shout me out, shout me out. I'm like, oh, okay. So I still have a little bit of green left from a previous time that I used. So I'm going to go in here, see how much I have left. And I think I do have another metal green. Yeah, so when people tell me that on YouTube, do a shout out, I'm like, wait, what do they want? I try and just mention anyone that comes up, especially, okay, so this has nothing left in it actually, which is okay. It's just that on YouTube, most people don't use a lot of times they don't use their real name. So it's like, you know, somebody had For You Shopper. It's like, so what am I supposed to say every time? For You Shopper, For You Shopper. yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they do that, but just kind of curious. So why do you want a shout out? That's what I want to know. What is the reason that you want a shout out? And is it just to be acknowledged or what? So this is our metal ink. You can see I was kneading it. You do not need very much of this at all, especially there's only 2, 4, 6, 8 trees. I'm going to just cut a small corner of this off, and I'm going to put a very small amount. Oh, so I don't mean to offend you. I'm just curious. See, now I offended this person on YouTube, and they're going to leave. All because I asked why they want to do a shout out. To me, that, well, I don't know. So we're just going to take that little bit. We're going to put it above the areas that I want to do. And we're just going to pull them down. See, I think YouTube people are more touchier than Facebook people, because all I did was ask, and like no reason, just do a shout out. Okay, so I did a shout out the best I could because I didn't know how to pronounce the name, and then they're like, okay, then bye. I don't get it. Hey Susie, how are you? Susie, question is, do you decorate your whole house? Do you decorate just your tree? And how close are you to being done, or are you done Christmas shopping? So now I have a few trees to do over here, but if you remembered, my ink mat does not go all the way through, so I'm going to slide this little piece of cardboard underneath here because I don't want it to go through the other side. And I'm just going to squeeze, like seriously, look, a little bit. And then I'll put it back in that Ziploc bag, and it'll be good for the next time. And I probably got too much, but that's why you try and take the littlest amount, because it's like almost like impossible to get back in that little bag, right? I'm actually doing Christmas cards again this year. I'm actually making them, and that's what I'm waiting for. They're supposed to be here. They were supposed to be here. Oh, you just sold your house? Ugh. Oh, I can hardly get that open. That would be a hard time of year to move and stuff. My son moved into his previous house on I think it was Thanksgiving, and it was like, for him, it was Thanksgiving, so it wasn't as weird, but some people say that it's really hard to decorate when your house is up for sale, like at Christmas, but yet the realtors will tell you they want you to have it looking somewhat homey, but not all your personal touches. So you can put Christmas out, but maybe not put all your nutcracker display out. Put up a tree, but, you know, don't go like overboard. And yeah, I could not imagine trying to sell a house at Christmas time. So we're just going to go in here. Oh, this is called, if I would have looked, this is called Christmas Eve Night. I forgot it's labeled at the bottom. I'll have to go in that and change that. I forgot Silent Night is the round one up on the wall there. Look, I put my nativity there. I haven't got the background painted inside there yet because I dropped something and it went underneath my stove. Well, then I had to pull out my stove, and then I'm like, oh, when did those ping pong balls get underneath there? When were my granddaughters playing with those? When's the last time they played with them? And they didn't tell Grandma that they, 4 of them went behind the stove. And there was a fork. I don't remember the fork getting underneath there either. So after I got the item that I needed that went underneath there, I'm like, well, since I had to pull it out, I might as well clean the wall behind the stove, right? Because I can barely reach that. And then I might as well clean the floor then too. So then I swept the floor, did a wet Swiffer on the floor, did the dishes. It's like just crazy. Then not long ago here, I wiped down the bathroom again, cleaned the kitty litter, cleaned that floor. It's like, I hate kitty litter. To me, kitty litter is the worst thing ever. Okay, so what did I start at? I think I said 4:18. It is now 4:29. We have everything but the stars done and the moon. And I think the moon, we are just going to do it in copper. So we're going to put that there. And then we're going to do the stars. We're going to do first in white, and then we'll go back over them and maybe do the glow in the dark. So now you can see I'm only doing where I see marks. You don't have to do this whole transfer in white. You're just looking for the little design. And I will tell you, there's a lot of like just little spots here and there. So just take your time. And then once you have this done, you can either let it dry for 24 hours and then take an iron to it, or you can, I like to do my heat tool to dry it a little bit. Yeah, I hate litter. And he's a messy cat, let me just tell you. I walk in there and it's like, really, buddy? Do you have to kick it all over? And because he's older too, we don't want to get like an enclosed one, because they say some cats when they're older, because he's, Megan told us when they were up here, and that's who owned the cat before us, that he's like 11 years old. So for him, change is hard. Anytime that you sometimes have a big change like that, they can end up going potty in other places than where you want them to. And he is sometimes already naughty that way. He has used my bed a few times. So, okay. So then you just take that extra one. So I'm actually doing, it's that Fortnite Gamer Inspired from. See, like, YouTube people all have big long names. Like, it's all squished into one too, right? So this is Choc Couture. We're doing a pillowcase. Carefully scratch my eyes because my eye itches. Now we're going to just cover this up. And I want to grab the glow in the dark now. And we're going to go in and do some of these stars. Oh, I want to make sure I have the ink. Yeah. Whew, I've already used like half of this. But you could do that too. You could just not add Santa, and then you would be able to leave it out and just have it a winter scene. Now, what I could do is, when this is all dried and heat set, I could actually go through and do it on, and do what Kim just said, do Christmas on the other side. So now I'm just spreading the glow in the dark, then on here. Okay, this is the most important part, is making sure your fingers are clean before you, oh, okay, so when I started, I could still see outside. It is now like pitch black outside right now. I can't see anything out there. So I'm just gonna make sure I have nothing on my hands. The only reason that I can go live on YouTube is because I'm actually going live from an app called Prism. Prism lets me go live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time because I don't have enough followers to go live on YouTube. I don't. So now you're going to slowly peel this back. And you want to make sure you do it slow, because if you need to go back and hit a spot, it is so much easier to do if you do it slow. So see, as you slowly move it, and see down here, some of that copper leaked. So I'm going to actually try and take and go over that copper for the snow and just go over it a little bit so that you can't see it as much. So it's not as bright. Okay, and then we're just going to keep pulling this off slowly, slowly. Now this you can wash in your sink, and you could do, if you wanted, just a tree and snow like on a shirt. On YouTube, I'm just, I think, LaDonna's. So you could actually do family pajamas with that as well. You know, you can do just about anything with these. Now I just got to make sure that I have all of it off. So maybe, because I think we started at 418, it's 438 right now. So look at that. And we can take that piece of cardboard out. I'm going to show you it. Look at this. Now look, the wavy part I think is cool because it makes the reindeer look like they're moving. Now I only go to YouTube to put my, like once I do like a reel or something, I will share it there. I'm going to set this here So, and when you dye these, make sure your zippers are inside when you are zipped. I'm going to try and zip this without getting my fingers in the paste, or the ink, I'm sorry. And then I have some pillows that Jason and I used, and then we got new pillows. And I'm actually going to open up the old pillows, and I'm going to put them in here. So, Kim, do you know what my handle is on YouTube? Because I thought it was just LaDonna's. I don't know. It could be Happy-go-Lowery's too. And then we're just going to zip this so I can show you. Sorry, I get a little froggy every now and then. So what I'm going to do is, while Kim is looking at that, I'm going to move a few things on my desk so that I can get my thing out to heat set this. I don't know what that thing is called. But I have one of these things. So I'm going to get this out, and I'm going to get the